What's up guys? If you guys haven't seen part 1 of this video, you guys need to watch that first. And if you guys did watch part 1, thank you. And let's dive right back into the action and see if I get caught bluffing. Good luck us.
Our opponent is now in the blender. Well, we faded a snap call, so I guess he doesn't have a flush, so that's good. When he doesn't snap call, I really think I'm gonna get this bluff through. I'm just praying for a fold at this point while their opponent is thinking. And then he makes an aggressive call, slamming a chip stack in the pot for a call and shows king jack offsuit for just a pair of jacks immediately. Wow, what a call. Everyone is waiting to see my cards until I throw them in the muck. And everyone is shocked that his pair of jacks is good. This man is a certified sicko. Oh my gosh. We punt off to our buddy Manny, who looks very stylish in his new fanny pack that he won earlier. I asked Manny why he made the call. Like shouldn't he be afraid of the flush or something, you know? But Manny said it was the look that I gave him when I looked at his chips. So that made him think I just had ace king with no made hand, which swayed him to the sickest hero call I've ever seen. He didn't even have the king of clubs blocker. This man is truly a sicko. And our stack takes a large hit down to $1,250. Julian and I take a closer look at Manny's fanny pack, and Julian's curious to see how much stuff it could fit. Well, it seems like it works. We return it to Manny, who has quite a bit of our chips. Let's see if we could get those back soon. Speaking of fanny packs, Mona wins her first Christmas splash pot and wins a brand new fanny pack. Now she's matching with Manny. How ironic, because Mona stole my heart and Manny just stole my chips. Let's bounce back from our disastrous bluff with 10-8 of hearts and Unreal Gun 2. There's an Unreal Gun straddle to $6 and a double straddle to $12. The Unreal Gun player folds. I raise it up to $36. The first straddler calls and the second straddler calls as well. 3 ways in position, the flop comes 9-6-3 rainbow with 1 heart. It checks to me, and with my gutter and backdoor flush draw, I don't mind taking a free card and I check back. It's still 3 ways, and the turn is the king of diamonds putting out a backdoor flush draw. When they both check to me once again, this king is a great card to represent as the pre-flop raiser, so I bet out now for $55, and they both fold. Nice to get a tiny little rebate from Manny after I punted off to him, and at least we got some money back. Mona seems to be heating up because she scoops in a fat one and stacks her neighbor in the process. When they both flop 2 pair on an ace 3-5 flop, Mona has ace 3 and the other guy has 3-5. What an action flop. All the money got in on the turn, and Mona rivers a boat. Nice for Mona to be on the winning side of the cooler. Let's go. I warned you guys, she bites. When the clock strikes 12, everybody takes a celebratory shot in the name of Christmas.
Hey! Cheers!
On to me again. Let's keep the comeback train going with ace queen offsuit in the small blind. There's an Unreal Gun straddle on. There's 4 callers, so with a premium, I bump it up to $56. The straddler and the low jack make the call. 3 ways, the flop comes. Jack 10-6, 2 clubs. I c-bet $60 with 2 overcards and a gutter to Broadway. Tyler folds as a straddler. The low jack, however, does the opposite. He goes all in for $233. Well, it's $173 more to make the call. I think I have enough equity to justify this call with what I believe is 10 outs, 3 aces, 3 queens, and 4 kings. So I make the call, hoping to get lucky. The turn is the bink queen of hearts, giving us top pair, top kicker. So that's good to go from ace high in a dream to top pair, top kicker, just like that. The river is a brick, and our opponent shows ace jack for top on the flop. That's no good, sir. I show my ace queen, and I show him that we resucked out on him on the turn, and we win. Let's go. We are running hot now. Next in the Christmas splash pot, there's a Lakers blanket peeking out of the bag. Let's try and win ourselves a blanket. Unfortunately, our pair of fives is no good, and we lose the blanket. At least it goes to a nice guy, though. What's this? A surprise from Poker Santa? What? Believe me, I'm just as surprised as you are to see a walking Santa Claus coming through that door. This game is just full of surprises.
Santa, what kind of bag is that? Is that a glove bag? I fucking love it.
Oh, thank you, Santa. Let's see what we got from Santa. Wow. Jumbo juice. Thank you, Santa. 5-hour energy. Alright, after that surprise visit from Santa, we're back to poker. We have ace-8 of spades in the hijack. There's an under the gun 1 limp, under the gun 2 limps as well. The under the gun 3 player opens to $12. The low jack calls, and with this weak raise, I squeeze to $50. The cutoff, under the gun 1, under the gun 2, under the gun 3, and the low jack call. Yeah, none of them believe me. 6 ways, the flop comes 10-7-6 rainbow with 1 spade. When he checks to the under the gun 3 player, he bets out for $100. For $100, I make the call with my gutter and overcard and backdoor flush draw. Everyone else doesn't seem to have much, and they fold. Now it's heads up to the turn, which is the bink ace of clubs. We hit top pair. Under the gun 2 doesn't seem to like that card, and he slows down and checks. He has about $150 remaining, so with top pair and a gutter, let's just get the money in now. I jam it all in, and he makes the fold. We win a nice sized pot. Let's go. What a crazy 6-way 3-bet pot that was. The action here is crazy. Let's keep the heater alive. From these past 3 hands we won, we have recovered our stack back to $1,830, recouping just about all the damage done from our train wreck bluff against our buddy Manny. Alright, what better way to keep the heater alive than with our favorite hand, the legendary Exodia in under the gun 2. We open to $15, Tyler calls in the low jack, and the big blind calls as well. 3 ways, the flop comes king jack deuce rainbow. Total whiff, but great for our pre-flop raising range. So when the big blind checks, you know we're gonna c-bet. We c-bet $15, and they both surprisingly call. Well, that's not good. I was hoping to narrow it down to heads up. So still 3 ways, the turn is the 4 of diamonds. Pretty big brick. The big blind checks once again, so let's give this one more shot and fire another barrel. I size up now to $45, like I have a strong king, like ace king, king queen, or even 2 pair for king jack. To my surprise once again, they both call. Okay, now I'm having doubts about this hand. I don't really think we could pull this bluff off against 2 players still. The pot is building, and I haven't gotten a single fold yet. The river comes the brick 7 of hearts. The big blind checks for a 3rd time, and now I choose to give up as well, and I check for the first time in this hand. On to Tyler. He thinks for a bit, and now he bets out for $80. The big blind makes the fold, and I follow him with the fold as well. Rip Exodia. Oh well, can't win them all. We'll get him next time. 5 minutes later, Tyler flops a straight and gets a full double up and wins the Christmas splash pot, winning him a naughty snack, which is a chocolate snack, and a nice looking chain. Congrats to you, Tyler.
What is it?
That's good.
Oh, it's a chain. And a snack.
All right.
Pay attention, guys, because this hand is absolute chaos. In this next hand, we pick up a premium, big slick, ace king of clubs in the small blind. There's an under the gun straddle to $6, under the gun 1 opens to $12, Mona calls and under the gun 2, the low jack, which is Manny, min clicks to 24, the hijack calls, and now the button 4 bets to $95. What is going on here? Everyone's putting in money left and right without a flop yet. Well, it's time to rain on their parade. With Big Slick, I put in the 5 bet to $300. The under the gun 1 player now checks the time and says, screw it. And 6 bet jams for $391. It folds to the button, who goes all in for less for about $275. We make the call for $91 more, and we go off to a run out. We choose to run it twice. So if you win one board, you're awarded half the pot. You need to win both boards to scoop the entire pot. So the first run out, we flop a flush draw. Come on, let's go clubbing and bink the nuts. But unfortunately, it brooks out and we are left with ace high on the first board. Well, good thing we ran it twice. The second run out, we flop an ace, then turn a flush draw. And then the river comes a brick and we miss our flush again. All right, at least we have top on the second board. Julian on the button shows pocket kings. I show my ace king, so we're chopping for sure. The under the gun 1 player shows pocket jacks. So there's a bunch of chopping for the dealer, but we end up winning a little bit of money. Nice to come out with a little bit of profit, and our stack is at $1,850. The very next deal, we have 10-9 of clubs on the button. Mona opens to $13 in under the gun 1. It goes 5 ways to a flop of ace 10-3, 1 club. It surprisingly checks to me, so I bet out for $30 with second pair and my backdoor flush draw in this multi-way pot, trying to sniff out who has an ace. Mona and Manny make the call. I don't think Mona has an ace, or else she most likely would have c-bet the flop, being this multi-way, so I'm feeling somewhat decent with my 10. Well, we're down to 3 players, and the turn is the ace of clubs, improving us to a flush draw to go along with our pair. This is an excellent card because 1, it gives us a flush draw, and 2, it's much less likely that someone has an ace because there's only 2 of them left now. This makes me feel pretty confident about my pair of 10s, so when it checks to me once again, I size up now to $75, and they both fold, and we take it down. With this pot, our stack breaks the 2K mark. Let's go. It's time for another Christmas splash pot. We have Jack King off in the small blind. There's a double straddle to $12. Yes, people are starting to fight more and more for these gifts, so they start double straddling. Well, I want to win the gift too, so after the cutoff calls, the $12, I raise it up to $60. The big blind and under the gun 1 straddler make the call. The low jack and the double straddle frustratingly folds, and the cutoff calls as well. And now there's 4 contenders for the Christmas gift. Come on, let's get our third gift of the night. Give me a good flop, please. The flop comes 3, 5, 6, rainbow. And total whiff, GG. Not even going to bother trying to steal this pot. I check, and the big blind bets out for $100. The unagain straddle calls, and the cutoff calls as well. Wow. I guess everyone has something except me, so I'll just get out of the way. I fold, and we witness the rest of the hand. The turn brings in the 6 of spades, pairing the top card. Now, everyone slows down and checks, taking a free river card. Interesting. I guess no one has a 6 when it checks through, and the river is the king of spades, completing the backdoor flush. Well, after they check the turn, I'm sure I would have had the best hand on the river with my pair of kings. My suspicions are correct when the big blind and unagain check to the cutoff, who now jams for $240, smelling weakness from his opponents. They both fold, and the cutoff, Octavius, proudly shows ace-4 offsuit for the stone cold bluff to win the Christmas splash pot. Sheesh! What a baller move. He opens another nice looking poker shirt that matches my shorts. Congrats to Octavius. And dang it, we could have added another poker shirt to our collection. Oh well, gotta share the Christmas love at some point, right? Here we see Mona betting huge in a double board bomb pot against 3 other opponents. Look at that cold-blooded stare. 4 ways now. The turn comes, the 7 of diamonds and the ace of clubs. Now 2 of her opponents check to her, and what will Mona do? Mona announces a bet of $350 and slides in 2 huge chip stacks, covering 2 of her opponents. 2 of them go all in, and Tyler makes the call. The rivers come, the 8 of clubs and the 5 of diamonds. Heads up on the side. Tyler checks to Mona.
Just for you, Tyler, okay?
And Mona graciously says, just for you, Tyler, and checks back. Mona shows King Jack for the nut straight on the bottom and top pair on top. Tyler shows pocket 6s for a set of 6s on the top one, so they end up chopping it regardless. Although, if Mona put Tyler all in on the river, she could have possibly forced the fold and scooped the entire pot. Good thing Mona has a heart. You're welcome, Tyler. Take a look at my live reaction to the hand.
What a pot. What a pot.
Dude, that was a huge pot. 350, 3 callers. You're like, what the shit? No, you got. How much do you have, Mona?
Like two each, right? Like $200 each.
After that massive bomb pot, we play another Christmas splash pot. This time for some chocolate goodies. Tyler ends up winning the box of chocolates and returns Mona's kindness by sharing the chocolate with everybody in the room. How nice of him. What's up, pizza guy?
Pizza guy in the house. Call me Spider-Man. Call me Pizza Guy. I'll make sure that you get that. Ooh-wee.
What? 50 minutes pass by before we finally pick up our first premium pocket pair of the night. We look down at the Cowboys. Pocket kings on the button. There's 2 limps to me. I raise it up to $25. Manny in the low jack and Julian in the cutoff make the call. 3 ways, the flop comes 9-5 deuce, 2 clubs. When it checks to me, I c-bet $50. And now Manny in the low jack check raises to $125. Julian quickly gets out of the way. And now I'm sitting here thinking, what could Manny be doing this with? A flush draw, a set, ace 9 with the ace of clubs, just a 9 because he doesn't think I hit the flop. Well, $75 more to call. I have pocket kings. I'm not going anywhere. I make the call for an extra $75. Heads up now. The turn is the 5 of clubs, pairing the middle card and completing the flush. This completes the front door flush draw, but it does reduce the combinations of sets that Manny could have, like pocket 5s. There's only one combo of pocket 5s now. And after the turn comes out, Manny doesn't think too long before he shoves all in for $430. An over pot size jam. What a gross spot with pocket kings. We need to take some time to think about this. I have the king of clubs, so even if he has a flush, unless he has the ace high flush, I still have outs to improve to a bigger flush than him. And if he had a full house with pocket 9s or pocket 3s or a flush, or I guess we could throw in quads, one combo of quads, would he really overpot jam without thinking too long about it? Like, he basically snap all in once the turn came out. I would think if he made a flush or full house, he would try to extract value from me and bet something less polarizing, maybe like $150 to $200. So this makes me lean more towards him having a hand like ace 9 with the ace of clubs. So after thinking through it, I think I have no choice but to call up my overpair and the king of clubs in my hand. I stick in a stack of green chips for a call and we run it out twice. The first river is the queen of hearts. The second is the 2 of spades. No improvement for me. Manny shows ace 9 of spades. And I show my kings and we are good. Let's go. We get Manny back after he hero called us with second pair for all his chips earlier on in the session. I'm ecstatic to drag in this 1K pot and get our chips back from Manny. Revenge is sweet. See, Manny, I usually have the goods, so please fold next time when I triple barrel. Just kidding. That was an insane call you made earlier in the session. I'll always remember that. Our stack is at $2,130 now. Off to another Christmas splash pot, this time with the largest bag of haichu I've ever seen. I freaking love haichu. That candy was my childhood, so I really want to win this one. Better yet, we look down at a beautiful ace 9 of diamonds and only again 1. With an above average hand for a splash pot, we open to $20. Tyler calls in only again 3. Mona likes haichu too, so she calls in the hijack, and the big blind calls as well. 4 ways to a flop comes Jack 8-7 rainbow with 1 diamond. The big blind checks, I check, Tyler checks, and Mona now bets out for $45. Can't give up on the haichu just yet. I make the call with my gutter ball, overcard, and backdoor flush draw. Tyler seems to like haichu too, and makes the call as well. Hoping for a diamond, 10, or ace. The turn comes. The 10 of clubs. Cha-ching! We hit the straight. We also take a mid-game shot o'clock of tequila to celebrate me binking the gutter ball in the splash pot. Let's go. After celebrating that amazing bink on the turn for us, we come back to the hand. There's a 4-liner out, so I check out of position to underrep my hand. It sadly checks through. Off to the river. The river comes. The brick 4 of diamonds. When it checks through on the turn, I know I have the best hand, and I'll be chopping at worst if someone somehow, some way slow played their straight as well. So I lead out for $100, trying to get value from any non-believers and haichu lovers. Tyler believes me and folds. But Mona, however, is a non-believer, and she's a huge haichu lover, so you know she's calling. She flicks in a chip for a snap call. I proudly show my straight, and she shows her king jack in disgust that I binked the straight on her. She is clearly not happy. At least we got some haichu to make up for it. Christmas splash pot, our buddy Alex wins himself some nice new wine glasses. Oh, wine glasses! Of course, for this Christmas special, we had to include their cute dog, Hades, who by far is the biggest teddy bear I've ever seen. Excuse the camera quality, even though it's bad, this is a high quality moment with their dog. Hope you guys enjoy.
Good boy.
What does that mean?
This is the biggest dog ever. Biggest and fluffiest dog ever.
Please come. Please come. What does that mean?
Hey boy. Hi.
What a good fat boy.
Oh my god, that's so good. Huh? How's guarding the underworld, huh? Pretty good? I know.
We have the sexy 6'9" offsuit in the big blind. There's 4 limps to me. I'm happy to check my option, and it goes 5 ways to the flop, which comes 10, 7, 8 rainbow. Cha-ching! We flop a straight. Being out of position, I check setting the trap with my sexy 6'9". Tyler in Underland 2 bets out enormous. A whopping $3. Alex raises to $15 in the cutoff now. I just call a 15. I have a straight. We're gonna slow play. And Tyler calls as well. Now it's 3 ways to the turn, which brings in the king of clubs. Nice brick for me, doesn't change anything, and I still have the second nuts. I check again, hoping for another bet from Alex, but it sadly checks through. Still 3 ways. The river comes, the 5 of hearts, improving us to a 6-card straight. Not that it makes a difference, but it's cooler in my book. With the action checking around on the turn, I can't risk it checking through again, so I go for a large polarizing bet of $50. Tyler seems curious and looks me up and makes the call. Alex makes a sigh fold, and we show our straight, and we're good. Let's go. Nice to win with the sexy 69. Our stack is at $2,715. Shortly after sexing it up with 6-9, we find ourselves with a couple of red rockets. Pocket aces on the button. There's a limp in early position. Octavius opens to $20 in the hijack. I 3-bet to $60 with the best hand in poker. It folds to Octavius, who jams for $118. Easy snap call for me. I ask him how many times he wants to run it because I tell him I have aces, and he politely asks to run it twice, and I oblige. The first flop comes Ace Jack 9 Rainbow. Cha-ching! We flop top set. The turn gets even better when it brings in the Jack of Clubs giving us a boat, and the river is a brick 7 of hearts. We're good on the first. The second run out comes Jack 9-6, 2 hearts. Still have an overpair in the Ace of Hearts. The turn is the 4 of spades, and the river is the 10 of diamonds. Octavius shows Ace King offsuit, and I show my red rockets. And we scoop both boards. What a cooler for Octavius. Nothing you could do about that one. But at least he won a pretty cool t-shirt earlier. Our stack reaches an all-time high of $2,830. Let's go. Next, we have Ace Queen offsuit in the small blind. Under again 1 limps. Mono opens large to $35 in Under again 2. Under again 3, the low jack and the hijack make the call. With all this dead money out, it looks like the perfect squeeze opportunity. We 3-bet large to $200, sizing way up in the small blind and accounting for all the dead money in the pot. Mona is now in the tank of what I think is pocket jacks after she shows Tyler, and then she eventually makes the frustrated fold. Everyone else follows her, and they all throw away their cards, and we take down $140 in dead money. Let's go. Mona later told me that she made a disciplined fold with jacks, so we were flipping against her. So we're happy to take it down though without having to see a flop. We asked to see the run out and it came 9 high. So Mona definitely would have had me for sure. Glad that the squeeze worked out, and I feel like the Grinch that stole Christmas in this hand. Alright, we witnessed a crazy hand with Mona and Manny, where Mona has ace king and Manny has ace 10, and they go all in on the turn. The flop is king jack 5, all spades. The turn, an ace, and then they both go all in. Manny has top pair with a nut flush draw and a gutter to Broadway with ace 10 with the ace of spades, and Mona has him crushed with ace king for top 2 pair. She just needs to fade a spade on the river. They run it twice. The first river brings the last ace in the deck, giving Mona a full house, and the second river is the 5 of hearts, securing the whole pot to Mona. No more spades come, and Mona scoops a $800 to $900 pot. Woo! Now back to us, we have king queen offsuit in underling gun 1. We open to $15. The cutoff, button, small blind, and big blind make the call. 5 ways to the flop comes queen 7-3, all spades. Beautiful flop for us with top pair and the king high flush draw. With everything going for us in this hand, I c-bet small for $15 on this monotone flop. Alex in the cutoff calls, and Octavius in the small blind makes the call as well. Down to 3 players, the turn is the 6 of hearts. Octavius checks in the small blind, and now I size up to $45, and only Octavius makes the call. Heads up now, the river is the 10 of hearts. Octavius now donk jams for $117. Well, we know he's very capable of bluffing, so with top pair, I snap it off, and he shows 10-7 offsuit with the 10 of spades. Nice catch for 2 pair. Wow. Well, even though he just sucked out on us on the river, I can't be too mad because we did just stack him with aces earlier. I don't mind giving him a little rebate. Our stack takes a hit to $2,650. Next, we're in another Christmas splash pot for a $25 In-N-Out gift card. Everyone loves In-N-Out, and if you don't, then you gotta get your taste buds checked. Let's try to win this gift card. We look down at the legendary 10 deuce offsuit, the Doyle Brunsons in the small blind. It's the friendliest Christmas splash pot of the night because it's a 6-way limped pot. Off to a super multi-way pot, the flop comes 10-5-3, 2 diamonds. With top pair, multi-way, I lead out for $15 trying to thin out the field. The low jack, cutoff, and button make the call. 4 ways now, the turn is the 8 of clubs. If I had the best hand on the flop, I should have the best hand still. So with the Brunsons, I size up to $50 trying to charge any draws and possibly end the hand right now. However, the cutoff and the button continue with a call. Okay, alarm bells are definitely ringing. I am certainly thinking about my kicker problems right now when 2 of them still call me. So down to 3 ways, the river comes, the queen of clubs. The front door flush draw bricks out. There's an overcard to my pair though, and jack 9 gets there for a straight. So I'm not feeling too great about my hand anymore, so I slow down and check. The cutoff now bets out for $100. I think he could have missed his flush, so I'm probably gonna call his $100 bet until the button snap calls him. Okay, for sure my 10 is no good, so I fold. Sorry Doyle, I couldn't do it. The cutoff shows queen deuce of diamonds, missing the flush, but backing into top pair, rivering the queen. The button shows 8-3 offsuit for a turn 2 pair. Yep, we were definitely in last place, so good fold by us. Julian wins the In-N-Out gift card, and we lose another pot in a row.
First one.
Trying to stop the bleeding now, we pick up the lucky 7s in the cutoff. There's 2 limps to me, and with a pair, we bump it up to $30. Joey on the button 3-bets us now to $75. When it folds to me, he asks if I want to check it down, and I say sure.
Want to check down?
So I call an extra $45. We go heads up off to a run out. The flop comes queen 3-3, 2 diamonds. Pretty good flop for me. Then the turn is the 10 of hearts, and the river is the king of spades. Joey shows ace jack offsuit for the runner Broadway straight. Wow. Yeah, we really can't win a hand anymore. Stack is taking a dip down to 24.50. Uh-oh. Okay, it's 4 a.m. now. We're getting pretty tired, and we aren't running too hot anymore. So this is going to be the last hand, win or lose. We're playing our last Christmas splash pot, but this time it's also a bomb pot. We're playing double board pineapple in this bomb pot with a $25 bowling gift card on the line. If you don't remember what double board pineapple is, then you need to pay better attention. Come on guys, it's not that hard. Just kidding. It's been a while, so double board pineapple is when you're given 3 cards and you must discard one of your cards before the flop comes out. You play the rest of the hand like normal Texas Hold'em with 2 boards. So after you discard a card and the flop comes out, it plays just like normal. Okay, so in this last hand, we look down at 10-9-8. We choose to keep 10-9 of spades, getting rid of the 8. And the first flop comes Jack 7-6, all spades. Cha-ching, we flop a flush. The second flop comes 6-deuce-4, 2 hearts. Not much going for us on that one. So Alex donks out for $25 from the big blind. Julian calls an unagain 3, and I just make the flat call in the low jack with my medium strength flush. In these pineapple bomb pots, it's very easy for people to have ace high or king high flushes, so I'm not going to overplay my 10 high flush. Joey now raises to $75 from the hijack. Tyler now calls in the cutoff. Alex, Julian, and I also make the call for $75 as well. So from 9 players down to 5 players. The first turn is the 5 of spades, putting a 4th spade out. Well, that sucks. The second turn is the 3 of hearts, completing the flush draw and putting a 4-liner to the straight out. Jeez, these are some juicy ass boards. We still don't have anything on the second board, and now Alex jams for $250. Julian folds, and with 4 spades out, on the only board where we had a shot at winning, we have no choice but to fold 2. Joey and Tyler make the call. So 3 ways off to a run out. The river is the 6 of diamonds. And the second river is the queen of hearts. Alex shows pocket kings with the king of spades for the king high flush on the first board and overpair on the second. Joey has 3-5 for a flopped straight on the second board. And Tyler has Jack 10 of hearts for a pair of jacks on the first board and a flush on the second board. Alex and Tyler end up chopping the whole pot. Because they chop the pot, they have to pull for a high card to determine who receives the $25 bowling gift card. Tyler ends up pulling the high card and wins the gift card. After this hand, we rack it up and book our Christmas gift from the poker gods. We end up cashing out for $2,365. Let's go. If you thought I cashed out for a lot, wait till you see Mona's. She cashes out even more than me. She cashes out for $2,840. Pretty good Christmas poker session.
So this was a super fun session for us. The host did a fantastic job of making this Christmas poker session Christmassy. And yeah, always a good job by them. They had tons of food, tons of bomb pots, tons of mystery gifts, real life Santa Claus coming in. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, you can't find that anywhere else. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite game out of 2023. I had a ton of fun. Sun running's always nice, of course, but the vibes were super great, super friendly. Everybody's having a good time. And yeah, I can't wait for the Christmas game in 2024. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, I am wearing their poker shirt that I won. So yeah, I got the king, the deadly king of spades over here. The back looks even cooler, so let me show you that. So yeah, looks pretty good. I'm wearing their poker shorts too. We got some dice over here, some suits over here. So looks pretty good, super comfy. I really like it. Really glad I won these. Also, if you guys wanted to possibly play at this home game, just hit me up. I will ask my buddy Tarek to see if it's cool. And yeah, you guys should join the fun, maybe be on the vlog someday. And yeah, just hit me up on Instagram, shoot me a DM, whatever, I will get back to you. As for the session results, me and Mona were fortunately blessed by the Christmas in Poker Gods, because the host said if you wore a Santa hat, you get $10 on the house. So me and Mona both pulled up with some Santa hats, and we were the only ones to actually win at that 1-3 table. So yeah, coincidence? I think not, but yeah. So thank you Poker Gods and Christmas Gods for the run good. Okay, so me and Mona were both in for $300. I was out for $2,365 for a profit of $2,065 in 7.5 hours. So longer session, time flew by like nothing. We were having a ton of fun, so it makes sense. Mona, on the other hand, outdid me in less time too. She came like 2 hours later than me, and she was in for $300, out for $2,840 for a profit of $2,540. Wow. Yeah, she's a killer. What can I say? So really happy I got my first ever 2K score. That is my biggest win by far in my poker career. And happy to end off the 2023 year on a big one. So super happy, super grateful, super thankful for everything. My friends, family, Poker Gods, my homie Tarek for hosting the game. And I'm really thankful for you guys for watching, because I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed the holidays, and I'll see you guys some more in 2024. Peace.